Imagine living in a city where the air feels cooler, floods are less frequent, and even during a pandemic, you can still find safe spaces to relax and connect. That is the promise of green infrastructure. Before I begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Aida Rahwani binti Ruslan. My matrix number is A210757. Today, I will present on building green infrastructure for urban resilience to climate change and pandemics. Cities today face two major challenges: the climate crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic. Rising temperature, flood, and extreme weather have exposed how vulnerable our urban areas are. At the same time, the pandemic creates stress, isolation, and health risks for millions of people. These crises highlight the urgent need for resilient and sustainable cities. Green infrastructures offer a nature-based solution that can strengthen the resilience and improve urban well-being. Green infrastructure refers to a strategically planned network of natural and artificial green spaces that provide ecological and social function in urban areas. For example, parks, urban forests, wetland, green roof, eco-bridge, and even agricultural field. The European Union defined green infrastructure as a network designed to deliver ecosystem service, while the United States Environmental Protection Agency emphasized its role in stormwater management and environmental quality. In short, green infrastructure is multifunctional, supporting biodiversity, recreation, cultural identity, and environmental health. Green infrastructure helps cities withstand climate stress. Urban forests and parks reduce the urban heat by island effect by cooling the air. Permeable surfaces and vegetation manage stormwater runoff and reduce flooding. Green roof and wall insulate buildings, which lower the energy consumption. Tree and vegetation improve air and water quality, while carbon sequestration help mitigate climate change. In addition, green infrastructure reduces noise pollution and enhance the aesthetic value of neighborhoods, making the cities more livable. During the COVID-19 pandemic, green spaces become essential refuge for urban. They provide stress relief, opportunities for physical exercise, and safe places for social connection. Accessibility was crucial as pocket park, neighborhood garden, and tree-lined street allowed people to stay active even under the restriction. Studies show that pedestrian activity increased in park and peri-urban forests during the lockdown. Citizens consistently rank green spaces as one of the most important factors for quality of life. This proves that green infrastructure supports both mental and physical health during time of crisis. To maximize resilience, green infrastructure must be integrated into a long-term strategic planning. Cities such as London and Sydney already include measures like reducing carbon emission, expanding urban canopy, and developing green roof. Strategic planning also emphasizes equity, ensuring that all social groups have access to green spaces. Incorporating urban agriculture strengthens food security during crisis. Most importantly, planning should involve stakeholders and the public. Through participatory approaches, ensuring that green infrastructure reflects the community needs and values. Expanding green infrastructure requires creative use of non-urbanized areas such as farmland and open spaces. Land execution can be challenging, especially when spaces are privately owned, but incentives such as carbon offset fund and transfer of development right can encourage the transformation. At the same time, planners must avoid gentrification, which can make the housing unaffordable. Improve in neighborhoods. Green infrastructure should be designed to meet the diverse needs of elderly people, family, and youth. Collaborative governance between municipalities, communities, and experts is essential for success. In conclusion, green infrastructure is not just about beautifying cities. It is about resilience against the climate change, pandemics, and future uncertainties. It reduces heat, controls flood, stores carbon, and improves air and water quality. It also provides mental health benefits, opportunities for exercise, and safe spaces for social connection. To achieve this benefit, cities must adopt innovative planning and governance approaches, prioritize equity and accessibility, and involve communities in decision making. Investing in green infrastructure means investing in resilient and sustainable cities for the future. To conclude my presentation, I would like to acknowledge the source that guided my research. The first is the editorial by Partnership Albers and colleagues, which directly discuss building green infrastructure for resilience to climate change and pandemics. The second is a book by Kabish and co-authors, which explores nature's best solution for climate adaptation in urban areas. Finally, I include a study by Miro and Newell, which show how strategic spatial planning of green infrastructure can build resilience in cities like Detroit. Together, these references provide both theoretical foundation and practical examples that strengthen the importance of green infrastructure in urban resilience. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.